Hey, beautiful soul. Hey, my beautiful souls. How have you been doing? How are you? How have you been going through this year? The Chinese year of the snake, which will be ending in February 2026. So, yeah, there's still some time to go, all about shedding skins, and it can be a little bit rough, lots of shadow work, lots of shadows coming up. Feels like the old self is crumbling, especially for all of those that really just don't want to put in the work, right? So life will come in, or God, whatever you believe in. Yes, you can believe in life too, you don't have to believe in something higher. But life has its own way too, right? So, if you were here, there is like the possibility of 0.01% that you don't believe in anything more than science, probably you stumbled across this reading. But, yeah. Like I said, we'll come in and give you this tower moment, kind of, where your foundations have to crumble and break down because they weren't stable at all. And this is not something to punish you, but to actually help you. And you can see this as a blessing in disguise. But if you are here, I wanted to make something special. I felt like, in this time especially, we can need a lot of love right now, a lot of gentleness, a lot of ourselves. A lot of ourselves. So you're probably like, Leander Rose, what are you talking about? We don't need more about ourselves. We don't need more of ourselves. Oh my god. Like, better less, because I'm so overwhelmed. But listen, I'm not talking about the stressful sides about ourselves. I'm talking about we need the love that only we can give ourselves. And there is one part, or even like a really huge part within yourself. It always will be linked to how much you have healed already, but in any case, there will always be, and there always is, at least one part within yourself that loves you so deeply. Yes, that loves you so deeply, no matter anything. No limitations to that. This one part within yourself admires you, appreciates you, and always wants the best for you, even if it means to show you the truth about something. And so we're gonna receive a letter from this very part within ourselves. So welcome to this reading, a letter from yourself. Better said, from your inner self, which is still you. We need to be reminded of how much we actually already do love ourselves and always have loved ourselves with this part that will always be untouched by any negativity, by anything that would just change up, those ways. This part within ourselves can never be changed. Yeah, might sound weird, right? But a little random fact for you. I once heard, actually not only once, quite often, even read that somewhere in a book. I don't remember, I read lots of books, so who knows where I have encountered this. That you can only give compliments to people if you like this about yourself. Oh yes. So think about, which kind of compliments do you give out often? Like, oh, I love your hair, or oh, I love that you are so kind, Compliments can come in so many ways. Whether you love that about your body, or you love something about your soul, your character, your mind. It can be anything, Yes. And deep within yourself, you might not even know. But you can only do that because you are holding love towards this. Otherwise, you might be confronted with jealousy or pain. That always is a sign that there is something out of balance. Not that there is something wrong, but that you just came out of balance. And what is out of balance can always be rebalanced. So yay, we got hope. Yes, and everything else comes along later, You can figure that out on the way. Just so you know, there is love, especially within yourself. So, long enough. The intro, yes, it has been long enough. So I want you to choose from those 3 pictures where I put the numbers. Number 1 is, for example, group number 1. Number 2 is group number 2. So picture number 2 would be the unicorn. Yes, I think, well in mind. The first one is the dragon. I call her the dragon of love. I created all of those pictures with the help of AI. Yes, I created them myself. And it's kind of fun, like sometimes there's collaborations. And number 3 is the white-winged lioness. Oh yes. Pretty, right? All of them are pretty majestic. And we need to see that we are magical all along. And we all hold those inner magic. And humans are magic, It just isn't obvious for most of us. But everything is kind of magical, It does not need to be looking fancy or anything. Not even you. You can be magical just by breathing or waking up in the morning looking all messy and whatever. Or even like not smelling nicely. Who cares? You're still lovable. And that part within yourself that loves you deeply would never judge you, Nothing would ever hinder this love from flowing. So, you choose the picture which you are drawn to the most. That's how it works, because I feel like there are, finally I would say, people that are, how can I say that? New to tarot card readings, to energy readings in general. So if you are struggling with choosing, don't choose the one that you would love to choose, but choose the one you actually like can't stop looking at, for example. Or you just use a random number generator. We give you like from 1 to 3. And you're gonna pick that one. You can also watch through all of them and then decide which one felt the most accurate to you. To you. And one last thing for my newbies. It is a general reading, even though it's a group. There you have to keep in mind that there are many people watching, even if it's just like 10 people, you know. The energies are different for each group. And the more people that are watching, the more messages will not resonate with everyone, will not be accurate for everyone. So use your discernment, use your intuition, a little bit of your brain too, yes. You're the one that decides for yourself. Don't ever forget that. Nobody else is responsible for your actions, for your decisions, for what you believe in. Let's say beginning from adulthood, you know, because then we can start to see that we can change our ways too. But we're not gonna tap into psychology today or shadow work. Just saying, just because it's the truth for someone doesn't mean it has to be the truth for you. Okay? So, we will meet in your group. Enjoy this reading and trust yourself fully because you can. Well, hello there. You've chosen the first group, which is also the picture which is representing this whole video. And yeah, welcome to the beautiful group of the Love Dragon. Let's see. Oh my god, I can already feel the love energy is flowing. That's such a beautiful energy. Oh my, we need that. We need that healing. Oh, really good. I can only tell you that you have no idea of how much love you are capable to feel within yourself and hold towards yourself and just radiate out into this world. It's kind of really touching. I would have never thought I'm gonna do this kind of reading, but let's just start with this letter. I feel like I need to cry. Oh my god. Here you go, dear one. I need to breathe. Wait, let me drink one sip of my water. Then we're gonna start. Because, oh my god. I feel like I'm a proud grandma or something, proud mom. Like, I'm so proud of you. That's just what I feel right now. You're, my god. Okay. Dear me. You probably have no idea about that, but I love you so deeply. I love myself so deeply. I can see how much you've been judging yourself, even though it changed over the years. You still are judging yourself in such deep and hurtful ways. Sometimes when something is bringing you out of balance. And the reason why I'm mentioning this right here, right now, in my love letter to you, my beautiful self, is because I know that for healing, you need to be confronted with truth, because truth sets you free. And now, we are coming to the part where I'm telling you how proud I am of you. I mean, have you ever looked back at your life and celebrated any of those things you overcame, you achieved? You kind of saved yourself. Not even just kinda, but truly and deeply. There is no reason to be harsh to yourself and to be that critical, because, I mean, look at you. Look at you. Look at you with the eyes of love, with your own loving eyes, with my loving eyes. And you would just be smiling like me. Sometimes a bittersweet one, sometimes just as sweet as honey, as sweet as the summer breeze on a beach, as sweet as the scent of flowers that are in full bloom, and as sweet as sitting in a warm house on a cold winter day, as sweet as seeing the trees in their golden colors preparing for winter. There are no words that could ever be used to describe how deeply grateful I am to you. Because when no one was there, you held yourself through it. And only we know, you and me, we know what you had to go through, how much strength you had to bring up and bring out of you to power through this life. Because, oh yeah, this life, oh, it's not always easy. But you just did such a wonderful job, and even now I can't stop smiling. Because for me, you are so beautiful. Your hair, your eyes, your smile, your kind and warm nature, how you make other people feel safe. And once again, how you would never give yourself up, even when you thought you did. You did never do that. And I want you to see that. I want you to see that you hold the sacred rose within yourself, a symbol that is so ancient, so mysterious, but so loving. It represents the many layers of humanness, of opening up, how colorful, beautiful, and mysterious we all are in our own ways. There is no beauty that would be more beautiful or less beautiful than anything, because everything holds its own beauty. And I want you to take this as a reference to see there is nothing that needs to be compared, because everything is so unique. You cannot compare a rose to a tree. It's not the same thing. You cannot even compare one blue rose with another blue rose, because every rose is individual and will always bloom in its own beauty, never doubting that it's there, never doubting it's right to live, breathe, exist, and shine, to have flaws, because for a rose there are no flaws. A rose knows how beautiful it is. So once again, thank you for coming here into this reading, for choosing this group, for finally meeting up with me and listening to what I have to say, because I was calling you for a long, long time, and I wanted you to know that I was always there, and I will always be there. So whenever you need me, call upon me, and I will be there, reminding you of how much I love you, how much you love yourself in such deep ways that you can open yourself up to, like the rose. Take good care and don't lose hope within yourself. Just don't. With so much love, yourself. Hello there, beautiful soul. You chose the second group, the second picture, the unicorn. And with one last sip of my lavender rose tea, yeah. It's so good to drink natural teas, with actual herbs that you can see, or plants, like in this case, flowers. Lavender and the small, so good smelling roses. Oh my. It tastes a little salty. Yeah, salty. A little bit like mint, like lavender is pretty strong. And so sweet, and loving. But kind of, herbal. Yeah, so if you also love tea as much as me, I would really recommend to actually probably go to the pharmacy or to markets where you can buy naturally dried herbs and just to mix your own tea. You can also try it by yourself, or even use fresh herbs, because yes, your body is coming through and saying, I probably need that for balancing and cleansing out, especially when it comes to all the toxins that are in the body, So just a little reminder by the sideways. But now, without further ado, we will start with your letter and end your reading with the end of your letter. So don't be confused if I'm gone then, or not saying anything. Just talking in the beginning, and then I'm just reading or channeling you this letter. Good. Then have lots of love in your heart when you receive that. And I hope you're open to that. Because, there is no doubt that you are lovable. And you deserve to be loved. Especially by yourself. Dear me, you are shining like a golden sun. You are shining like the most beautiful light that I have ever encountered and seen with my own 2 eyes. And I not only wish, but am praying that you start to see this light too, and that you start to believe me, because this is not just any illusion, but the truth. Some people might have already told you that your joyous nature is lighting up the room, or at least their life. You might see this as a facade, but it's not really. It is who you truly are. And there are many parts to you, many layers. You're just not just this bubbly and happy person that is just so full of joy, that is smiling a lot and making everyone's heart just grow bigger with love. Yes, of course. Some people will always be like, meh. But, most of them will never tell you how much they actually appreciate your light. On the other hand, you have this little flaw which I don't judge, but want you to see now. And I am pretty sure, because I am you, that you know that you're a little too judgeful of your flaws, of your inner darkness, and the intensity of emotions you sometimes feel, like your anger or your frustration, because you don't only want to be seen as this happy person, but still you come across like that. Because your light is just shining so bright, with so much eternal love, that people just absorb it. Of course, they are seeing that you were struggling too, on the other hand. Not all of them, but many can see that, and they still consider you such a wide-hearted person, because many of them know that you were going through a lot of heartache, a lot of loss, and that you had quite a hard time, especially with certain diseases, whether it was physical, or still is, or mental. Like, for example, you know best what that was. And sometimes it reminds me of how you or your thoughts are just going back and thinking in old ways. But you are not like that anymore. It's just your mind sometimes wanders back to those places because it might get reminded of it, That's just the mind's job. To protect you, which is not always actually protecting you. But be kind to your mind, because it doesn't know any better. But it will transform and go forward together with you. And you know the power of the mind. So you also know that a mind will always be a mind, but can be changed and refocused at so many times. You are fully seen, and not only by me. Your pets, they see you for who you are. They might have already been going through so much with you. And they were always on your side. They love us, and they can feel our love for them. And if they are helping us with our healing. You don't have to feel bad because they are doing it because they love you, because they love us. And you are giving back in so many loving ways. The way you smile and the lightheartedness you bring to the room, to your own four walls, they can feel, they absorb, they love it when they can be with you. Because for them, it's the greatest joy. And for me, it's the greatest joy too. And that's why sometimes I feel like I just want to beg you to see that you are not only shadow, but you are light too. And your shadows do not define you. But yes, of course, they are a part of you, but so is the light. They both are dancing in such beautiful ways with each other, because shadow loves light and light loves shadow. So do me a favor and be kinder to yourself. And don't read into things that you don't really know much about, like what other people might be thinking. Because you will never know for sure. Even if you ask them, there might always be something they're not telling you. You know? Because everybody is kind of ashamed of little things like you. But you're making them so big, which they are not. They are not. I want you to see that your energy is flowing and glowing. Your body is glowing, is healing, is regenerating. And if there is still this one person you're not sure of what she feels about you, or he or they, you don't have to worry, because this very person is just reflecting you, what you feel about yourself mostly. And the more you can let that go and accept yourself, the more you'll be able to feel and see how this person feels about you, and not just how you feel about yourself. Because this person has a strong bond with you, yes, but you both are mirrors to each other, which everything is in one way. But some people or places, situations, or even beings are just such strong mirrors that we are not able to see what they actually represent, but more so what we represent ourselves as. And one last thing that I wanted to tell you is that I not only love the way that you look, but especially I love those little flaws, as you call them, on your skin because they make you so incredibly beautiful. And there is no comparison to anyone. For me, you are the most beautiful person and being in this whole wide world. And one day, you'll feel the love that you hold for yourself. And it's not gonna be a hard way. It's gonna be light. Because when you get close to it, it's gonna be lighter. Loving is not hard. It just wants to flow. To see the truth which love shows you can feel hard. But it's just cracking you open in the most beautiful ways. So, feel free to call upon me. To call upon is divine love within yourself. Take good care of yourself. See yourself a little more with the eyes of love. And yes, you can. With lots of love, yourself. Hello there, beautiful soul. Hello there, beautiful souls. You chose, or you have chosen, group number 3. I just wanted to show 2. I mean, it's not like you could see my hands, but, just imagine it, But yeah, group number 3, the winged lioness. And I'm getting tired. Oh yeah, do you know that as a creative person, you're just getting in the creative flow at night or in the late evening, and you're like, whoa, I'm so tired. After you just were flowing with the flow, the creative flow. Yeah. And you can hear Lucy purring here in my, not really lap, but like in between my belly and my lap, because she just needs to heal me. Yeah. Just sitting here with my legs all stretched out. I mean, one is not fully stretched out. And here, hey Lucy, my cat, sorry, body is also coming through, and it wants to let you know, before we get into the love letter of yourself, or from yourself, better said, your body is overly stressed and it's really tight, tied up. It's like the muscles, there is so much tension in your body and in your lower belly. So if you're holding on to anger, to frustration, or you just having or making yourself a lot of stress, you might need a good rest. Go someplace where you can fully relax. Do something you love. Maybe go out with your friends or go on a relaxing spa day. Not something loud and stressful. If you need like a night out dancing, that's good because that's also releasing energies. Or you finally taking on your dancing classes, just go move your body, release that stress that you never really released before, that you never felt like, that is actual stress. Your body is healing a lot and it just wants you to support it and say, come, let's just go sit there, cuddle with our loved ones, or if you have pets, with your pets, with your kids, even with your cushions, with pillows, like the sweet pillows. Who cares? You can even cuddle with your blankie. Yeah, let's make it extra sweet. Or just snuggle on the couch into your bed and just read a good book or listen to just relaxing music, or sing out loud and dance through your whole living space when no one is watching. And before I started this, I just felt like I need to sing, or I will actually start the reading singing. The challenge. Yeah, I don't even know what I was singing, but and then my cat was looking at me and was like, okay, I'm coming. She's like, okay. She's feeling the energy, she's feeling the stress. She's here to support you, to support me with these energies. And Lucy has been more present in the recent videos that I recorded, that I uploaded, which is interesting. Mina's always in the background, like sleeping somewhere or just being herself. Yeah, she's getting old. No, I think she's just kind of holding space in her own way. And Lucy is always here to support. And if she's done, she's like gone so fast. Yeah, so have you also feel the love of Lucy, of Mina, of me, your body that just asked to come through today to tell you this. Your body must love you a lot. So much that it wants you to know about that in a reading that is about a love letter. I mean, isn't that just so sweet and so kind of your body to support you in your journey ahead? You might be a little bit irritated when I say that, but the more you change your perspective on that, the more you look onto those things with less judgment, with less judgmental perception, the more you will not be irritated by those things anymore. So yeah, drink lots of water, keep your body hydrated, just saying, because I can't stop drinking in this group. It's always like that as a sign. And if you doing what I'm doing, like tarot readings, you probably also know what I'm talking about, because if you're channeling, not for all channelers, but for some of them who actually feel emotions and like sensations in their body through readings, so they can channel that. You know what I'm talking about. So, my throat feels so dry, I cannot really speak. Sorry, don't mind me, I need to drink some more. Oh, killy, I hope it's gonna help. Which truth are you holding back? Where are you not saying what you truly want to say? No, we don't do that. Speak your mind, but be kind, of course, respectful. But sometimes people need to hear what you have to say. And you don't have to scream at them, You can always be respectful. But don't hold back just so someone else's peace is being kept. Say no if you feel like saying no. And if people don't like that, that's okay, because your life, your decisions, your body, your decisions. Okay? Don't let others interfere with that. We don't do that. We're gonna come into more loving ways with ourselves. And Lucy also jumped off me. I think I already said that. Sorry, I'm like so sleepy now. Okay. That was a pretty long extra message for you. So you can feel so special today. And let's start with the love letter of yourself. Dear me, I know this is a love letter, but I want to talk about your hurt heart. And healing is also part of love and loving oneself. There is something that hurt you so deeply. It might be the loss of your mom, the loss of a loving person, which only you know what it is. Someone hurting your feelings. Something that happened within your life. I want you to feel this pain in a safe space, not trying to push it away. You need to feel it, to heal it. And I know you probably don't want to hear that, but I'm meaning so well with you. And even me, the part of you that holds endless and unlimited eternal love for you. Even I am tired because I'm part of you too, because I am you. And I just want you to know that we can't keep going like that. We can't keep going through life and neglecting our pain. And it does not matter how big or small you might think it is or needs to be addressed. But you don't have to be the strong one. Please allow yourself to tear up and cry. The more you hold back, the less you can concentrate, the less you can live, but start to only function. I know how hard it's been for you, for me, for us. So please give yourself the grace and talk to someone. Let someone hold you through it. So then you find the strength to hold yourself again. And I'm saying this, yes, as mentioned, because I love you so deeply. And I want you to heal. And I want you to feel alive. I want you to see that you're not alone in this. You have me, yourself, the part of you that loves you no matter what. You have people around you which love you so deeply, who would even be really happy and grateful to help you. And you're not burdening anyone with your feelings. Not even yourself, no. It just feels like a burden because you don't allow yourself to feel it. But the feelings themselves, they are not burdening anyone. Sometimes we need someone to hold us so we can hold ourselves. And this is deeply human. Because yes, you're human. No matter what you might believe, as a human, we are not functioning. We are not machines. Sometimes our body won't do what we want. Our emotions won't do what we want. Because we are also going through so many things. Everyone is. So it would be ridiculous to think, or of anyone to think, that it would be any other way. We can always choose how we react and handle certain situations, but we are still humans. Sometimes we need to break down to feel better afterwards. Sometimes we will scream at people, even if we don't want to, because everything is too much. And part of grieving is anger too. So don't be angry with yourself or mad at yourself, because you're grieving the pain, the loss, that which is still in your heart, waiting to be seen and felt, so we can move on. The pain will sometimes come back and say hi, but it's never meant to stay all the time. Okay? And now, I want you to take a bath or do something for yourself. Maybe cook a nice meal or go with your friends, eat something that you really enjoy. It doesn't matter if it's even fast food, It does not need to be healthy, but in that case, it just needs to feel good. And I'm not saying you like do something really dumb, but just, enjoy yourself a little. And feel your pain. Because pain is not there to burden you, but to show you how much light you hold within yourself. Okay? You might be wondering, because you're not known as the probably most gentle person, sometimes more like this fiery person, which is just really strong and, can handle everything kind of on their own. And now you're listening to one part of yourself, which is gentle. And yes, you also hold that part within yourself too, which I know, but you can allow yourself to be that too sometimes. Okay? So please, 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 give yourself the time and the space to receive whatever you need for your healing, so you can grieve, so you can feel whatever needs to be felt now, so you don't get stuck in that, but can always move on then. There will be a lot of things that might remind you of that pain, but there will also be so many moments of light which remind you of the love that is here in your life, surrounding you, and even that person which you lost is protecting you from the other side and is showing you their love for you. And I'm pretty sure of that. Thank you so, so much once again for listening to that, for doing whatever you have been doing to get us through it all. But now you don't have to be strong all alone anymore. You can count on others, okay? Yes. They can hold you for a while too. You can hold each other. I love you deeply. Yours sincerely, yourself.